Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Ritual Flow. We're going to get into some messages today to see what it is Spirit is wanting us to know. I pre-shuffled the cards a bit. Okay. So, what I'm seeing here is someone in a position of authority has made some sort of plan. They have some sort of vision for the future that they saw for themselves. But there's some element of hierarchy here, that like something about this person's plan involves them like being the one who's in control, who's like in charge. This like there's not room for someone else's like input into this vision in this person's eyes. Like this person sees for themselves like building generational wealth, like building a sense of family and community, feeling happy and secure, most importantly. And in order for this to happen, there's some sort of transition that's taking place. Something is moving forward with the plan. Let's get a little bit more information. First about this person and their vision. Okay, they see themselves as working really, really hard, but feeling like they lack some sort of inner strength or willpower. Let me get a little more information here, because something's splitting. Yeah. This person has to feel a sense of control, a sense of authority, in order to be able to like see this vision through. And it's like someone else has been holding that authority in this person's life. They've been feeling trapped, imprisoned, despite their efforts, but that's because they're holding themselves back. All of the lack of control is coming from inside them. It's an internal experience. It's like they're letting this other person control things externally, and therefore they don't feel like they have control internally. But it's also because they're not taking that control internally and utilizing it in the external. And we'll get a little bit more in a moment about why that is. No, let me just grab the other deck and we'll check now. About why they feel like they can't like take control of their own life. Like why they feel like they sort of have to like turn the reins over to this other person. Queen of Wands. Okay, so the other person, the other energy sort of, I'm getting this like fiery, not just fiery, but like acidic sort of energy. Like whether this is, ignore genders, like anyone can embody any gender, like the cards mean something else. Like this doesn't necessarily have to be like a man or a woman, depending on like which side you're on or what your relationship is like. But whoever the person is who has the external control, like when they speak to the person who doesn't feel like they have any power in the relationship, any power in the situation, it's like there's acid in their words. It's like something about it's like a hatred, a vehemence, like anger, like seeds in their voice, like it comes out in their tongue. Even it's like something about like even if they're like trying to speak sweetly and like trying to be sort of like coercive or something, that it's like this acidity somehow seeps through anyway. But if you're used to it, if you know what to look for. It's like something about the way that they speak. They're like condescending, like putting this person who works so hard down and like needs to have some sort of say and some control in order to like fulfill this vision. But it's like it's no longer, it's like I feel like I'm talking mostly to the person who's felt like trapped in this, but something about the way they've been speaking to you, it's like they know the right words to like trigger something within you. They trigger something, some sort of wounding, some sort of hurt that stems from like a childhood experience of some kind. It's like when this person opens their mouth, something about their style, something about their demeanor, the energy that they come at you with their words, it makes you feel small. Like it makes you feel like a child again. So you just like shrink yourself and sort of tie yourself up. Okay. So let's look a little bit more about what this vision of stability and happiness looks like, because it doesn't seem like it is that person in that situation. Okay. Yeah, it's necessary to set boundaries with that person and like go on an inner journey to determine what will make you feel safe and happy. Because there's something about this sort of acidic energy that initially drew you in when you first met this person. Something about it was familiar to you, appealing to you, and it's because it reminded you of a similar dynamic to something that you experienced in childhood. And so you had the sort of misconception that as the relationship progressed, that it would turn out to be this happiness and stability that you had expected when you started down that road with this person. Let's see. Okay, I'm getting there was it's like you need to set boundaries with this person, but I'm getting something else. It's like there may have been times when you like set a boundary with this person in the past, and there's like a couple different scenarios here. Either you set a boundary with them in the past and they sort of like ran right over it. You realize that like you couldn't work with this person. So you kind of like stepped away and like explored some like I'm getting like some sort of like socializing, like mingling, just sort of like a gentle like getting to know you with like other people in your like separation from this person. And there was some sort of like spark of like an initial promise, an initial fulfillment of the stability and happiness that you had envisioned. But something happened. There was a test. And because it's like God wanted to know if you were serious about this vision that you have for stability and happiness, if you really meant it, or if you were going to go back to dealing with this sort of energy. And from what I'm seeing here, it's like initially you kind of failed the test because there was you had some more learning to do. Like God wanted to make sure that your defenses against this type of person were strong. So what happened was like after you like had this experience like with some other people, like seeing what other people were like as compared to this person, you saw like this spark of hope of like this vision like coming alive again because of like someone you spoke with. But then something happened after you had that sort of like ignition moment with this person. Either this original person that you had like been with and separated, like put a boundary up with, either they came back like promising to be different and like trying to cross that boundary again, and you let them in because the wall like wasn't strong enough yet for whatever reason, or you also like met someone else like mingling around that caught your eye, and you had sort of like a renewing of that cycle. Like it was this person all over again, but in a different body. So it's like you were with this person again, whether it was the exact same person or whether it was just another person that had the same sort of qualities that you have a problem with in this person. And so here you are circling back around, needing to set those boundaries again, and go off on your own, holding your light and your hope for what this is, because you saw that it's possible. You saw that there is a reason to hope for it, but in order to have that, you have to stop dealing with people with this sort of nasty, acidic, unkind energy. And this does show you moving away from that, like making a full mental transition, as well as like taking some action, like making the plans, like not just getting used to the idea in your head, but actually moving forward and being more serious about it this time. Let's look a little bit more about that. Yeah. And by doing this, oh, okay. By doing this, you're really closing out a karmic cycle. Like, that's the reason that you were given this test, to see if you would go after like what your heart truly desires, or if you would repeat old cycles with the same old energy and not learn anything and not grow from it. But this shows you like actually moving forward, closing that cycle out, and in such a way that you're not repeating that anymore. And like, this is a really emotional beginning for you in a lot of ways. Like there's there's a few different things here. I've got the Page of Cups and the Nine of Swords as well. Like, closing the cycle out and making this transition for yourself is a radical act of self-love that you have not been performing and have needed to for some time. Like, that's why you are choosing to make yourself small in the face of this person, because you weren't giving yourself the love and space that you deserve. They certainly weren't going to give it to you. You had to give it to yourself. And so this is a momentous occasion for you to finally be able to like move on from that and not do that to yourself any longer. And this also shows you offering love to someone else. It's like reaching out a hand, like for someone to take it. It's like something to do with this energy that sparked some sort of hope and like promise of the future that you had always dreamed of. But there's a really heavy element of anxiety and torment here mentally. It's like you've overcome sort of this mental hurdle of like leaving this person behind, but you're still struggling with this mental hurdle of actually communicating with this person again. You're really afraid, and it's affecting how well you're sleeping, the amount of worry that you're experiencing. I'm also getting that there's some like negative thoughts, some like negative beliefs about something to do with the situation that's like cycling through your head, and so you just like keep repeating that to yourself, and you're buying into the negativity of it because you keep telling yourself that. There's also this like sadness, this like feeling of despair. Like something about this hope has been like lost or tarnished or something. And underneath those are the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Okay. Okay, so okay. This is part of your problem, is that like the part you have mentally overcome is the part about like not letting yourself be like abused and trampled on and like, or like treated unfairly and unkindly. You're not willing to accept that anymore. But you're still, with this fear here, you're still in a place of making yourself small compared to this person that you're like your heart is pining for, that you're aspiring to, that like fits in with this vision that you had for your life. It's like you still see this person as being like more than you, above you, like, and yourself as lesser than in some way, even though this is a much more like good-natured, kind, like loving, like warm-hearted person. It's like it's like you saw yourself as small in the face of this person because of their meanness and like belittlement. It's like they were forcing that smallness on you. And here you're still forcing that smallness on yourself with this person. They're not forcing it on you. Someone as like good-natured and like warm and loving as this wouldn't think of you or anyone else as like less than them. But you're thinking of yourself as less than them because of their goodness in this case, rather than because of their meanness. So that's something that you need to look at within yourself and, you know, be honest with yourself about, so that you can find some healing and sort of achieve the other half of that victory, like a full victory, and be able to actually communicate with this person and take action. Because it's also there's something else with this fear. Like it's not just about your own internal like insecurities and self-deprecation. There's also like a fear surrounding other people that might be taking action toward your person and what they're up to. I'm also getting something about like there was an impulsive action taken. There was some sort of betrayal that was done. Something about the situation, like when you like saw this like glimmer of hope and like sort of turned your back on it and like went back to like like cycles that you knew from the past. There was some sort of collaboration, some sort of betrayal that you like took part in, that like took place in regards to that person. Or it's like either like you betrayed them and that's what you're worried about, is like coming back with your like tail between your legs and like admitting that you were wrong, or that there was actually something like that you, it's like something more that you participated in. There's some sort of verbal communication, like some people gathering together in some way and like talking, like, because I'm getting like people like gossiping, like, it's like something about this gossip, like people like turning your back on someone, and there's something about a celebration in that. And it's like maybe at the time you thought you were doing the right thing, like going back and repeating this cycle and like turning your back on this person because it's like somebody lied, and they were like celebrating getting away with it. But it's like something, it's like, you know, that now, like things got balanced out, like something was revealed to you in a dream. That may have been like how you found out the truth. And it's like maybe that's part of why you're like regretting your decisions to sort of participate in this, to be a little deceitful. But God always balances things out and brings people their appropriate karma. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this is the closing out of this old cycle, paying the debt and moving forward to create new, better karma for yourself. It's like this this is another test. God is giving you another test right now, holding out a hand with exactly what you want if you're willing to go on this journey to get it. Like you have a decision to make. What will it be? Will it be your wish fulfillment, or to like sit rigidly? It's like I keep like, this doesn't even make sense, but I just keep hearing the phrase like lord over nothing. Lord over nothing. There's something here like, do you want to be in control, or do you want to see your dreams come true? Because like something about in your scenario, you have to pick one. You either have to sit there in control of your situation, like not saying anything because you're paralyzed by fear, or you can step outside of your comfort zone. It will feel like your whole world is completely falling apart. Like things will change for you very suddenly when you make this choice. Like, not in a way that you can't handle, because again, like, you're choosing fulfillment of your vision here. That's what you wanted in the first place. When you choose that fully, like, everything that you've been like trying to hold on to and trying to force is going to get turned upside down. But like, the alternative is to just like sit there with it and not be having your wishes fulfilled, because the Empress was right underneath the Emperor. And that's who that is to you, and you know it. And that's why you're so afraid, because like, you're afraid of the aftermath. You're afraid of everything, of like where all of the debris is going to fall. You're afraid of what this mess is going to look like once you come forward and tell the truth, to like offer yourself to the situation, to express your fears and your real feelings, and to be honest and confess whatever betrayal, whatever was done on your part. Okay. Heartache and loss and passion ignited. Throat chakra. Okay, so one last thing. Okay, so there's some overall confirmation coming out. It's like, you experienced such heartache and loss because you kept repeating this cycle with this person or people like this. And you needed as much of that experience as you had in order to be able to choose something different for yourself. Because remember, you had that spark and then you went back to this, and you needed a few more lessons around heartache and loss in order to feel the full weight and the full passion and fire of what you had come in contact with here. And the first card that came out here was the throat chakra. And it's like, all like, you have to speak up and be honest, like speak your truth. Like, from that like stems like this partnership, this alliance between the Emperor and the Empress, that it will be successful. It will be what you envision. Like, it will be something for celebrating. It will be very like financially fruitful as well. But I see that there's something else that you're concerned about here, and this is this discontent and boredom, and this harmony. It's like there's some part of you that's also concerned about like whether you will get bored or they will get bored, and whether your energies will actually mesh well, because I'm getting that there's something very different about the two of you. But it's like that's just something that you're worried about, or something somewhere else that you have like an opportunity for growth. Anywhere that you're feeling a fear about something is an opportunity for growth. Okay. That is your reading. I hope it resonated, and I will see you next time. Bye.